psychopressure. I came up with this understanding because I was seeing that everybody was learning a modality. I've got this modality, I'm a this person, I'm an acupuncturist, I'm a body talker, I'm a Reiki, I'm a Swedish masseur, whatever they are. And I was finding that there was something missing. I have friends who worked into more and became clinical psychologists. I never went down the clinical route because I noticed quite early on that psychology had a limit. It was just about the mind and behaviour. It didn't even talk about internal shifts that were going on that weren't visible. That I had to go into physics. But it didn't talk about the body. So people either specialise, and we're still in science, we're still in this separation. People separate things. So I'm a psychologist, I'm a body worker. My clinical psychologist friend would never touch anyone physically. It wouldn't be thought of, who would do that? So what I decided to do was combine an idea of, and the thing with psychopressure is it's not a therapy. It's a mode of integration. That's what it's about. It's about taking whatever you've got and combining it together in as holistic manner as possible to bring out the person's blocks, to bring out the things that are interfering with information moving through their system. Psychologically, what I do is I sit with a client and I prime them. I get them to bring up psychologically and emotionally the issues by asking them lots of questions, and we find out what the physical body is as well, whether they've got fillings, how their physical body is as well, a detailed consultation. And psychologically you prime them, and then you physically go in and you help them move the energy that's been conjured, that's been primed up by them going into the emotion. So this psychopressure course is really for therapists only. I want people who already know how to have their modalities. And this is really about integrating them together, understanding the psychological importance of people being primed, people being emotionally opening themselves so that the stuff comes to the surface, so that when you work on the physical body, you're not just working on the surface evaporation. They've opened the doors and you're like in there, sticking around and moving stuff. Yes, it's very painful because it really is a holistic treatment. It's mind, it's body, and it's an integration. So if you really want to add a very dynamic, very powerful mode of integration into your therapeutic work, psychopressure is for you. So over the period, we'll be working with partners on physical bodies, we'll be working psychologically, we'll be working in a kind of life coaching, and it's a way to really go through your own pain and face it. It's about helping the client, providing a space for them to accept what hurts in them, to accept their own issues that they're holding. They don't need to do anything, accept them. That's it. And then you help them work on further accepting them. And inside the acceptance is the relief that emerges through the work. It's a journey and it's very powerful. So I look forward to seeing you on that journey with me.